So it all starts off with Barricade pressing Ladies Man 217 for information on where to find the map to the Allspark.
Man! What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
But Sam wasted no time, instantly gets the hell up out of there, and while Barricade is about to turn these boys into mincemeat, my guy Bumblebee had to come and make his presence known. In car form, drifting, sweeping Barricade's leg, and dipping the hell out of there too, as Barricade chases. But them running ain't no problem at all. Bro got chased down on Hall of Fame, catching up to them so quick. So Bumblebee has to hit Sam and Michaela with that ejectocito cuz, kicking they ass out the car, transforming, ready to have Barricade going back to Megatron like.
I lost.
But Barricade piece Bumblebee squaring up, so he was like,
Oh, say less.
transforming too, jumping in, flipping, kicking the mess out of Bumblebee, sending bro kissing concrete. But you know what's always funny in the Transformers movies? How the Decepticons be like, forget the niggas I done had an ancient beef with, I'm just gonna kill the humans that did absolutely nothing to us. Barricade 6 frenzy on the humans like a dog, but meanwhile they're running, he hits Bumblebee with a backhand and then a spinning roundhouse kick into the wall. But Barricade doesn't even have the chance to breathe because out of nowhere, Bumblebee jumps in, grabbing him, slamming him on top of the building. But somewhere in this many explosions and confusion, Barricade gets the upper hand, pushing B down, pressing his wheel on his head. The director must have not been able to see B get done like this, so it immediately cuts the frenzy tripping Sam, got him eating straight dirt, and jumps on him. But out of nowhere, Diddy music starts playing and Sam is trying to crawl away, but Frenzy starts ripping his pants down. He's like, whoa, when did this turn into a Diddy party? But he eventually kicks him off and runs away in his superhero boxers. Meanwhile, this is going on, but Kayla gets an electric handsaw ready to go save Sam. But when the camera cuts back, it's looking like it ain't finna be anything to save my boy. Getting headbutted, but Sam grabs him by the neck and Michaela comes in with the assist, cutting off bro's arm and neck, chopping him into little tiny metal pieces. And Sam hit little bro with that, what do you do to a soccer ball? Kicking the shit out of him, sending him mad far. The 49ers need to draft him ASAP. We cut back and Barricade is already defeated. Bumblebee got bro on the ground throwing up gang signs, looking like a nigga who just got knocked out.
Later that night.
So the aliens done pulled up to Earth, all four coming down, crashing down on Earth like asteroids. And they meet up with Sam, Michaela, and Bumblebee, where we get to see our first look at the Autobots. But just for context, the Autobots came to find the Allspark to rebuild Cybertron and also stop the Decepticons from using it to conquer Earth. Conveniently, Sam is a witwicky and is selling his grandfather's glasses with the location of the Allspark on eBay for a fucking paperclip and a piece of string. But don't nobody want to buy that shit, which is why he still has it. So when they pull up to Sam's house to get the glasses, they see him and his family getting locked up. That wasn't until they got caught in transit as Optimus stumps on the car and they all crash into him. Simmons peeks his head out the car and Optimus was like, let me help you out with that little bro, picking up the car, eventually ripping the entire roof off of the car, turned this bitch into a convertible. But Simmons doesn't care at all as they all pull out their guns on Optimus, ready to tickle him with those Nerf bullets. But Optimus not even finna let them get the chance, telling the Autobots to up them guns up off of them, which they do. And a few moments later, Sam starts pressing them for information on where his parents are and where Sector 7 is. But Simmons isn't saying a thing, so Bumblebee has a different type of interrogation method, getting into his R. Kelly bag, giving bro a golden shower. My granddad just heard me say golden shower and gonna say,
Shoot, I wish somebody gave me a golden shower.
Nigga, you gay.
but while they're being tied up, Arwen uses his phone to alert Sector 7. This why you never bag carry, 6'9" ass nigga, was steady getting hit with the Heisman stiff arm for 3 seasons. Sector 7 came out on timing too though, but Ironhide ain't worried about all that, just punches the ground, sending out an EMP, shutting their cars down immediately as the Autobots roll out. But that didn't last long, like you last night with your girl, because the Autobots got a 5-star warning level above their head, and meanwhile Optimus is hiding from Sector 7 agents. Sam starts trying to be fucking Inspector Gadget, sticking his head out, which makes him and Michaela fall. But out of nowhere, Bumblebee comes in again, transforming, catching them, and they drop the glasses. Nigga, you had one job. This is like Pat Bev not using his his ugliness to distract his opponents. Use what you good at, my boy. The soldiers pull up on Bumblebee, shooting him with grappling guns, eventually capturing him, taking him to the Hoover Dam to pick him apart like Mr. Potato Head.
The next day.
So now Bumblebee, Megatron, and the Allspark are all in the same place, so the Autobots have no choice. It's time to go get those back in blood, and they dip out to go find the Allspark. But the thing is, Bumblebee done already got freed, and with no comms, no nothing, Optimus spots him, instantly turning around ready for whatever. Meanwhile, all of this is going on, Megatron done got freed too by Frenzy, instantly woke up on BT, bad timing, freeing himself from the ice and chains, whipping out his sword, hitting the pillars, making the construction workers get clapped by fall damage. They start trying to freeze Megatron and lock him back up, but that spamming shit don't work, just stomps on them, transforming, turning into a jet, flying the hell up out of there to go meet up with Starscream. But listen, we all know Starscream and Megatron's relationship, more toxic than Hulk and Bruce Banner, Sasuke and Sakura, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, straight ass whoopings if you don't agree with each other. So Megatron already knew Starscream was gonna come down dick ride him, but he didn't want to hear all of that. Starscream, where's the Allspark? My glorious King Megatron. The humans have taken it.
You are a worthless, bitch-ass nigga.
I don't want to hear all that. Go get them. And man, Megatron must have these niggas on the opposite of CP timing, because when the camera cuts, the Decepticons are already on the Autobots' heels, ready to skin Sam alive for the cube. Bone Crusher spots Optimus from afar and transforms, skating on the concrete, absolutely boosting his KD by sliding through this bus, killing at least 30 people in there on impact alone. I don't know, man. This is truly sick. This is why they wanted Rosa Parks' black ass to sit in the back of the bus. Bone Crusher skates through, tackling Optimus and sending them tumbling over the rail all the way down. But we all know Optimus, he always gets distracted when there's an innocent human around, so he gets his shit decked by Bone Crusher, but he ain't gonna let that slide, getting back up, hitting Lil Bro with the uppercut, got his face bending like some bad animation. Ain't that right, 7 deadly sins? Optimus picks him up and throws him, and I don't know what happened after that, because Bone Crusher pulled a Katara out here hiding as Optimus jumps down, hitting his superhero landing. But meanwhile, Bone Crusher in the back like,
you know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
but nigga, you ain't no main character, going over 2 on every hit. You can't even say he's putting up tour dates, just straight ass. But Optimus used this as his opportunity to release some stress though, cause man, he grabs his arm, ripping that shit off, spinning, putting him in a noogie, Lil Bro in him, and impales him in the neck, ripping his entire head off and throwing him down like he's absolutely nothing. Ooh-wee. And to throw dirt on an open wound, kicks this nigga, stepping over him like Allen Iverson. Meanwhile, all of this is going on, the US military has the bright idea to bring the cube that the Decepticons are actively killing niggas for into a majorly populated area to hide the cube's energy.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
Oh yes, what could possibly go wrong? They look up seeing F-22s, thinking the Air Force arrived, but as Ironhide looks closer, he sees that this isn't the Air Force. Nigga, that's Starscream, running over, picking up a semi to block the missiles, but the damage is already done, getting boomed. But here's the thing, that explosion alone blew off Bumblebee's entire legs, got my son looking like Rohan Murphy. This is sick. But it doesn't stop there, because these niggas got a whole tank. Michael Bay really doing this for the love of the game because he's right there. But we all know cameraman never dies, because we got the Jazz pulling up on Brawl, transforming, jumping on top, grabbing him, making him miss, breaking his launcher, kicking it. But Brawl treats him like an insect that's just bothering him. Get off me, chucking him across the street like the regulated side character he is. But in Cybertron, they have an ancient Cybertronian fight technique that looks like this, and it roughly translates to fight back, nigga, as Ironhide weaves the missile, returning with 2 of his own, and Jazz comes in, blowing him up, throwing the alley-oop to Ratchet, coming down, cutting off Bro's arm, but they said,
nah, that's not enough.
As Ratchet and the military start unloading a clip and Bro, eventually blasting him into a backflip, got him laid out. Meanwhile, all of this is going on, Megatron pulls up, and when he does, this bitch cleared out so quick. The Autobots talking about retreat, but he ain't even finna let them get the chance. Jazz tries blasting Megatron, but he's like, that tickled. Returning with one of his own, got Jazz laid out just like his man's. But man, little did I know, Megatron said, I took that personally. Flying up into the air, stepping on Jazz and picks him up like a little bug while he's screaming, you want a piece of me? But he's like, nah, I want two. Ripping him apart, killing him in the most disrespectful way. So the Decepticons are seconds away from celebrating like they just won Game 7. So Lennox tells Sam that he needs to take the cube to the top of the building to get it into military hands, and Ratchet and Ironheart will cover him. Ooh-wee, putting your life in the hands of Ratchet? You'd have a better chance of getting a good feature for French Montana. Michaela must have told Sam she was gonna lay it down on him tonight if he survived though, because he starts moving like a damn running back, running the cube to the building looking like a prime Adrian Peterson. But man, the Decepticons must have a tracker on the cube because they can spot it from anywhere, like Rihanna's forehead. Grinder comes down shooting at Ironhide, sending him flying, and transforms into helicopter form, going to cheese that high ground advantage. But the Autobots must have made that boss call because Optimus pulls up squaring up with Megatron, and he transforms too, flying in, but takes Optimus for a ride. It's only his third day out here and he starts doing my son Optimus dirty, dragging him against buildings, flying him into buildings, killing people on impact alone. But man, we all know Wall Street people just trying to do their coke in peace. RDJ knows what I'm talking about. Optimus and Megatron start tumbling down the streets of Mission City, and it's looking like the real mission is going to be cleaning this place up after. As they stop rolling and Megatron gets in ground and pound position, decking Optimus shit, telling him how the humans don't deserve to live. But let me get this straight, you came to Earth in pursuit of the Allspark, got entombed in ice for thousands of years, woke up killing humans, and we don't deserve to live? This nigga's beliefs about right and wrong is more fucked up than R. Kelly. Megatron throws Optimus across the street, but Megatron must have thought he was gonna stay down. He eats those. Shout out Rihanna, getting back up, shooting Megatron with his blaster, got him in the will you marry me, but Optimus is like, nigga, you gay. So Megatron was tight, loading up the sniper again, booming Optimus so crazy he flies into a building full of innocent people. But what's more embarrassing is he starts dangling out the building head first and just falls on the street. My go getting done like this from Megatron? Bro, I can't even look. We cut to Sam running to the building and Grinder trying to do exactly what his name suggests, grind him up into tiny pieces. But he's able to dodge that and keep running, eventually making it to the top of the building where he tries to hand the military the cube, but Starscream booms them as the helicopter starts crash landing. But this shit really funny to me because Optimus sees them about to crash and is like, excuse me, running to go save Sam instead. And this just proved it for me. If you're not one of the main MCs in the Transformers universe, you might as well be Chance the Rapper's music career dead. Megatron starts breaking through the ground trying to press Sam into giving him the Allspark, but we all know he isn't giving that up. So Megatron is like, okay, I'll pry it from your cold dead hands, whipping out the ball of chase, hitting the ground, letting go a giant explosion. Shit must have been a rod wave weight level explosion because it done already turned Sam black. Sam starts free falling as it cuts to black. Will he live? Will he die? Will he get the grapefruit method from Michaela tonight?
No.
Optimus catches him though, giving him mean whiplash and jumps down, sliding building to building. But Megatron was like,
there's no way out of this one. You're done.
Jumping on Optimus and Sam as they all land in the center of this war zone. This is type crazy. I'd be so mad if I was Sam, bro. Why the hell am I catching strays? Because my great grandfather decided to be fucking Christopher Columbus. Say fuck that nigga. Megatron rolls over seeing a human, flicking him into a car like an insect, and Optimus, knowing something is genuinely wrong with this nigga, tells Sam that if he can't defeat him, then he needs to push the cube into his chest and kill him, destroying the Decepticons' plan and the cube.
And here we go.
As they both square off the 1v1, but the first thing we see when we pan is Optimus getting thrown into a building, and Megatron walks over while he's trying to get up and throws him again. Got Sam shielding his face like he watching a kick stream. He can't watch. Meanwhile, we cut to Epps and Lennox calling in air support using a cluster strike from Call of Duty, but Grinder looks up, turning around, booming their shit, turning these humans into just human chunks. But Lennox might be up there with the greatest human characters of all time because he slides off the motorcycle, whipping out the grenade launcher, booming Grinder, got him spazzing out, and eventually is laid out dead. So now that's Brawl, Grinder, Bone Crusher, and Frenzy all moonwalking with Michael Jackson and Hell. So Starscream had to defend the Decepticons' name, pulling up on the F-22's convoy, kicking off of one, jumping up, blasting the other one, kicking it, and it's like,
I think we ain't done yet.
Flying after the other two, breaking both thrusters as it crashes into into the building. But Starscream starts showing us why he can't be the main option on the Decepticons like Jalen Green, because he transforms but gets boomed in the back and transforms again, trying to grab them and kill them before they can get to Megatron. But mission failed, bucko. Try again next time, as the convoy comes through shooting Megatron with literally everything they got. And while he's struggling to stay up, he's still going after Sam and the Cube. Niggas be 1,000 years old with 16-year-old ops. Give it up, gang. As Optimus trips him, sending him tumbling, and he eventually is laid out. But he still doesn't care at all, crawling after Sam, ready to pry the cube from his hands. But instead of putting the cube in Optimus' chest, Sam puts it in Megatron's instead. Got my son glitching, feeling that Magic Johnson AIDS burning pain in his chest, eventually dying. But we all know he isn't dead for real. Megatron is like a cockroach, he just keeps coming back. But what happened that led up to Optimus and Megatron's eternal beef? I guess I'ma have to tell y'all.